Hey, how's it going, everyone? Brad Smith here with HealthLink, looking for the top health and fitness experts throughout the world. Today, I'm joined with the top health coach, Dan Raabe. How are you today, Dan?
Hey, Brad.
Thank you so much for joining me. You're the owner
Good.
of Performance Training in Highlands
Mhm.
Ranch, Colorado.
Yeah,
Tell the audience real quick.
Dan Robbie Performance Training.
Okay, perfect. Tell the audience real quick a little bit about what the business is. What do you guys do there?
I concentrate on working professionals, 40 and above. They're underserved in this market, and I can do the training. I've been there, and what they're looking for is something that's safe. They want exercises that are physiologically doable. They they want fast training. They want something that is not. They're not looking for personal trainers. They're looking actually to get strong, healthy, flexible. We concentrate on delivering exercise that can actually be done so these people don't get hurt. There's a lot of
I
injuries
see.
going on in gyms.
Yeah, I see a big thing that you offer is the 20-minute training. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Sure, the 20-minute training came about because you cannot sustain more than 20 minutes in the gym. People walk around the gym for an hour, but they're not training for that hour. They're
Right.
walking around watching TV, blowing their nose, getting water, doing anything but training. So the theory is for us that we put a training regimen together. It's always different day by day. And we do it for 20 minutes. At the end of 20 minutes, you're done. And I can tell you from experience, 10 years of experience, 20 minutes of training, you're finished. And that's all that it requires. 20 minutes, 3 times a week. If you can get there twice a week. Once a week won't work, but what won't work well, work better than nothing. But
Right.
the 20-minute program fits the schedule. That way,
Yeah.
somebody who's close by can actually come to the gym and get back to work in an hour.
So your specialty is really working with those busy professionals that, get the workout in, get back to work, get back to your life and family then.
Right, exactly. They don't want to think about it. They don't want to come up with the idea. They
Yep.
simply want to walk in, have the program already written. The stopwatch goes off. They warm up. Stopwatch goes off. They do the 20 minutes. They've got a coach to make sure that they don't hurt themselves, and they have good exercise, simple exercise done very, very, very well. And that is where we find the the most viable outcome.
Yeah, I like this testimony on your website. I love working out with Dan, 20 minutes and I'm done. So
Right, right,
that's
exactly.
that's pretty cool. In and out and you get them on. So how long have you been in the fitness or health industry?
Over a decade.
And so you kind of have transformed and switched your style of helping people along the way, or have you always kind of focused on the 20 minutes and busy professionals?
No, we had a gym where we had Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, CrossFit, Thai boxing, Israeli self-defense, and we taught a broad range of people. Kids, I love teaching kids, adults, people in that middle group, 18 to 35. We had a lot of those guys. We had police officers, people from the military. We had just this huge range of people. And what happened was is that it's a lot to think about. And in today's world, you definitely want to specialize. So what I did is, after going to many business groups and having coaches and meeting lots of guys that are my age, it turned out that we're underserved. We go to a regular gym and they look at us like we're sick. I have news for you. We're not sick. We're not detrained. The first line in the book on personal training is we're dealing with a detrained population. If you've never trained, you're not detrained. You've never trained. You're sedentary. So how
Yep.
do you take somebody who's sedentary and give them their athletic prowess back? That's a huge question. It's important, and it's very difficult to attain. And if you don't have guidance, you'll never get there.
Okay.
And so that was number one. So what I did is I got rid of the gym, and now we focus on a very targeted population. And with those issues in mind in front of me every day, that's how we solve the problems and make the program better, because these are real people training for real reasons.
Yep.
They don't have a lot of time. And what they want to do is they want to train safely. They want me to look after them. which I can do. So if I train online and you're got the camera pointed at you, I can at least look into your life and see how you're doing. I can see whether the motion is correct. If the motion's not correct, you're wasting your time. You're working somewhere between frivolous workouts that don't mean anything and injury. So that's the value. That's the difference. I watch. I
What kind
correct.
of what kind of workouts do you have on the online program?
It's the same. The workouts are basically the same, minus Olympic lifting,
Right.
kettlebells, anything where your feet are basically off the ground, or there's weight above your head or above your waist. So when there's weight above your waist, that means that technically you need somebody to watch you.
Right.
So the exercises are very basic. They're on the level. They're on the level of calisthenics type exercises, where somebody doesn't need to assist you. So sit-ups, push-ups,
Good way for somebody to get
working with
started then.
balls. Yeah, there's 30 of them. Things that you can do on the floor, in your living room, at a hotel room, something like that. But you
Perfect.
still have to have form. You still have to learn how to do them right. That way, there's a payoff. If you don't
Yeah.
do the exercises right, there's no payoff.
And if you get hurt, you can't do anything after that anyway. So
Well, I mean that those exercises are designed. I didn't come up with them. I just selected them from all the world of exercises.
yeah.
There's many. I'm not smart enough to come up with exercises, but they're out there. There's just things to do, and they're a collection of exercises from interval training, calisthenics, plyometrics, gymnastics, just good metabolic work, um, martial arts, things that I found that you can actually do without a coach.
Now you've been in the industry for a while, helping people, and you
Yes.
usually get in the industry to help people and change their lives, and not only adults but kids also. What's I don't need to see the biggest testimonial, but what's a success story that really sticks out to you that keeps motivating you and that is on the top of your mind?
The clients that I have are working professionals. The kids, we don't really do kids anymore, but now and once in a while I'll do somebody who's young, but not very often. There's some people that are old clients that still like me that, once in a while they'll bring their kids because we have fun together. You
Yeah.
know, you don't really have to teach kids. You simply have to point them in the right direction. But
Yeah.
adults they come with a preconceived notion of what exercise is all about. And what usually happens is that they learn the exercise by watching somebody else. So they go to a big box gym and they watch the guy next to them and they think, oh, that looks pretty good. I'll do that. Without thinking that exercise is an investment. And if you're going to invest in it, you might as well do it right. So the people that make testimonials that have something to say about the exercises, overwhelmingly, it's the fact that if I'm there, you're going to do the exercise right. And these are not frivolous exercises. We don't do legacy work. We do today's work. Today's
Right.
work goes right along with the science, right? It's an interval. It's all about the intervals. It's about multi-joint exercises. It's about strength across the midline. It's about all the things that you own in your physical reality. That's your physicality. That's you own that. You're a human being. And if you work with what you have, then you too can be the best you can be in that situation without trying to do when you go to a gym, you see these feats of strength. Guys are showing off doing feats of strength. That's all BS. None of that actually works when you think of where am I going? What's the outcome I want? Is there any longevity to this? Am I going to get hurt? Is this
Right.
actually going to make me better? And then, of course, the other part of it is some people come just for training, but there's also the performance program. That's where we work with our brain, our tactics, and the physical part of it at that point becomes the tell-all. It becomes the place where the rubber meets the road. It's the place where there's an immediate payoff. Because if you just work with academic kind of things, you have to work up to that and do it. If you work with tactics, now it's kind of somewhere between, works in that touchy-feely spiritual range, right? Because it's you being an observer. But if you come to the gym and work, and you actually do some work, you actually sweat, you actually move some weight, you actually learn to move, there's immediate payoff to that. And executives don't make excuses about things they have to do. So if you have to do this, there's no excuse, right?
Yep, they just follow the program and go to the next thing.
Right. So we can talk about how to become a better person and how to do all that stuff. That seems like self-help, but it's not. It's really constructive criticism on what's happening with you right now. That's the performance program. So yes, there's different levels of this, but that's what it has become. It started off just with training, but it turns out the training alone is okay, but it's just for those of us who are creative and we're looking at the future. We're not thinking about retirement. I'll never be able to retire. I'll have to just work till I turn to dust in the gym. That's the way it's going to be. So as long as I'm going to do that, I'm going to be with people. I'm going to help them. I'm going to guide them, teach them. And together, we're going to be kind of a cool community, and we're going to show the world that we are actually viable till we're not. And that's what the program's all about.
Well, that's great. Thank you for providing that. And I know you're
Sure.
reaching that population of people that may probably feel lost, or like you said, they can only rely on what they've seen other people do. So that's great that you offer that. What if I'm in the Highland or your area, or I want to get started with you online? Where's the best place for me to reach out and contact you?
The best place to start is danraabetraining.com. So we're making the website easier to use. I've had to learn from some geniuses how to do that. And
we'll make sure we'll post the link above or below the video, so
Good.
you can click on that.
Yeah, it talks about my speaking program. There's a blog there where we can add things to write. The training program, they simply have to call me and find out what that's all about. But speaking, all my speaking programs are up there. A little bit of video, a little bit of testimonial, and it's a good place for them to connect with me and find out what the benefits are for them, because it's individual.
Yeah, everybody's different.
Well, people need to training. Basically, the successful people, for them, training is intrinsic. It's just something they know they're going to do, and it's autonomous. The doctor didn't tell them to do it; they told themselves to do it.
Right.
No one from the outside said, "Hey, you better train to lose that fat stomach." It's not going to work like that. That never works. That's failure. They decide, like you do for your business. You got a business. So did somebody tell you to do it?
Yeah, you have to decide on your own.
You told yourself to be Brad and create HylthLink. No one told you to do that. And so in that sense, you own that. Is it intrinsic for you to be an entrepreneur? Yeah, it is. I would bet anything that you would suck. You'd be miserable if you went to work behind a desk every day, right?
Definitely.
Right. So the training is the same thing. Training is intrinsic and autonomous. And those are the kind of people that I look for. I'm on their calendar. They're in control of their day. No one's telling them what to do,
So, I mean, if you're watching right now and you're in that age range, you feel like, Dan's talking with you, talking to you about, you need to put your fitness and your lifestyle into your calendar. You need to fit that in, even if it's 20 minutes a day. I mean, that's really all you need. We recommend definitely reaching out to Dan and going to his website and even giving you a call, right? Does that work good?
Right. Yes, that's perfect. Yeah, the 20 minutes, there's a science to the 20 minutes.
Right.
It's not just an arbitrary 20 minutes. I've heard that all over the internet. 12-minute workout, 10-minute workout. There's a science to 20 minutes. And it's actually verifiable. Okay, and these exercises are measured. We measure you.
And you can explain that. You can explain that in a consultation.
Sure.
When you talk to them. Yeah, I'm sure that's what they'll need at first. So.
Yeah. So safe, physiologically attainable, and they're measured. You know where you are, just like a good business is measured. Yeah. We measure the people. So it doesn't mean your height and weight. Doesn't mean height and weight. Yeah.
That's doesn't mean measuring, huh?
Yeah, it's beyond height and weight. It's a measurement of performance.
Well, that's great. Thank you for offering that too.
Thank you very much.
So guys, if you're watching right now, we definitely recommend Dan. Check out his business, danraabetraining.com. We'll make sure we post a link above or below. And we want to encourage you guys to live a healthier life and reach out to a good coach or mentor to help you at least get started, and let us know if you have any questions along the way. So thanks again, Dan. I appreciate it.
All right. I follow your email, so stay in touch.